Canola School on realagriculture.com is brought to you by Alberta Canola Producers Commission, Sask Canola, and Manitoba Canola Growers.
Joining us here on realagriculture.com for this edition of the Canola School, we have Angela Brackenreed. She's the agronomy specialist for the Canola Council of Canada here in southern Manitoba. And Angela, some early seeded canola starting to come out of the ground, and it's important for growers to get out there, walk the fields to see what emergence is like.
Yeah, that's right, Calvin. We really encourage growers to do that for the main reason of determining what their survivability is in that particular field. I think, when we're trying to determine our seeding rates, it's really tough to put a number to that percent survivability. We kind of start with a starting point of about 50%, but we know that that's very different from year to year and very different depending on that particular farmer's practices in that particular field. So we encourage guys to get out, let's say, about 2 to 3 weeks after seeding and put a number to that survivability. Like I said, it's not going to be the same every year, but it does give you a good starting point and a bit of an indication of what it potentially could be for that field.
And for future years, if you haven't looked at how things went this year, you have nothing to learn, nothing to glean from it?
Yeah, that's right, and nothing to base that survivability number off of, and it's really just a bit of a crapshoot if you don't know what it typically is on your farm. So the only thing that you have to go off of is 1,000 seed weight. But if your survivability could potentially range somewhere from 40% up to 75%, and that can make a humongous difference in what your seeding rate should potentially be in shooting for that 7 to 10 plants per square foot.
Mm-hmm. You mentioned 1,000 seed weight. It's of course important to know that.
Oh, very important to know that, and every bag of seed now has a tag on it that indicates the 1,000 seed weight. And it can vary drastically even between different lots, but certainly between varieties. We've seen 1,000 seed weights of down below 2.5 grams per thousand, upwards of 7.5 grams per thousand.
One idea is also to mark a spot on the field and repeatedly check that spot to assess how things have gone.
Yeah, so I would say after about 7 days after seeding, go out and mark a spot and continue to visit that same spot up 21 days after seeding, and that can kind of give you an idea of the evenness of that emergence, and it might lead you to change some things. So let's say the speed of seeding, if you have really uneven emergence, you might want to consider for next year slowing down a little bit. That can help with uniformity of depth and placement.
All right. Thanks for your time, Angela.
Thanks, Calvin.